jump into today's wild ride in the world of MMA because things are spinning fast, fighters are getting arrested, fans are furious, and everyone's talking about what's next for legends and rising stars. We start with Sean Strickland giving his take on one of the most anticipated rematches, Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Now, we still don't have an official date for this rematch for the light heavyweight title, but let's be real, it's not about if it's going to happen, it's about when, and the excitement is already off the charts. Sean Strickland, during a sit-down with Red Corner MMA, opened up about how Alex might have been under huge pressure going into their first fight. The fame, the pressure of being a champion, constantly being recognized everywhere, it's not easy. He said no one even knows who Ankalaev is, but Alex, he's a superstar. He can't even leave his house without being swarmed for photos. That kind of stress messes with your head. Strickland believes that if Alex takes a moment, clears his mind, stops flying all over the world and just focuses, he's got a real shot at winning the rematch. So now, fans are just waiting to see when Alex gets back in the octagon, hoping it's against Ankalaev again. As for Sean, after losing to Dricus du Plessis in their rematch back in February, there's still no confirmation on who he'll fight next. Meanwhile, Tom Aspinall dropped some serious heat. He teased some huge fight news on Instagram. The caption, "Heavyweight news coming soon." That single line got fans buzzing hard, especially with all the rumors of him going up against Jon Jones. Then just 2 hours later, Aspinall followed up on his own post poking fun at Jon Jones. Remember when Jones said he was living his best life? Tom clapped back saying, "Sorry guys, I'm fighting for a new belt, the interim of the interim BMF UFC heavyweight title, living my best life." He even added another comment, "UFC announces my fights, not me." That whole situation left a lot of people, including MMA journalist Damon Martin, feeling frustrated. Damon tweeted, "The fight isn't even official yet and I'm already exhausted by all this nonsense." Still, Tom's hopeful. In a YouTube video for Glory heavyweight champ Rico Verhoeven's channel, Aspinall said he really believes the fight with Jon will happen.
The question is, are you going to fight Jones or what?
We hope so. It'll be the best. He's getting an exclusive. He's getting an exclusive, this guy.
Yeah.
No, I think we'll get it.
No, you're good.
I don't know.
He's
an unpredictable guy.
And he falls out.
Everybody's got a different idea of like what I should do.
Yeah.
You should. Some people are like, oh, you should just leave him, and he'll fight you. Or some people are like, the more you talk, the less he wants to fight you. It's like, what is this?
I mean, just like, I'm not talking. I just want to do it. Yeah.
Fight each other.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we do anyway.
Yeah.
And while many MMA fans are picking Aspinall to unify the title, there's one guy who's torn, Paddy Pimblett. In a chat with UFC Europe, Paddy said he loves Aspinall. He's his friend, but when it comes to betting against Jon Jones, he just can't. "I can't pick against Jon, lad. I love Tom, but we've never seen Jon Jones lose. He just always finds a way. But if anyone can beat him, it's Tom. He could knock him out. But still, I can't go against Jon." While everyone's waiting for the official news, fans are already making noise. Over 82,000 people have signed a petition asking the UFC to strip Jon Jones of the title. Whether UFC listens, that's still up in the air. Now, let's talk about Leon Edwards. After losing his title to Belal Muhammad last year, things haven't gone well for Edwards. He recently took another loss to Sean Brady in London, and that dropped him down to no 4 in the welterweight rankings. But it looks like he might have a shot at bouncing back. According to journalist Victor Rodriguez of VAVLT.com, sources say Leon Edwards is likely facing Michael Morales. After Morales' big win over Gilbert Burns, this would be a massive fight. The UFC is eyeing a potential pay-per-view event in Guadalajara this September, and they've already made initial contact with both camps. Victor even added that Morales is still training hard while back in Ecuador and plans to return to Mexico by June 3 to fully start camp. Morales is currently ranked 8, and taking on a former champion like Leon would be his biggest test yet. Meanwhile, Charles Oliveira shared his thoughts on the upcoming Dustin Poirier vs Max Holloway trilogy fight at UFC 318. Now, Charles has fought both of these guys, even though his bout with Holloway was short due to injury, and here's how he sees it going down. According to Charles, Dustin's boxing will be the deciding factor. Max moves a lot, and he's smart, Charles said. But Dustin, I respect him a lot. He has the sharpest boxing of anyone I've faced, heavy hands, he fights smart, he'll basically be fighting at home. I think Dustin wins. Holloway, on the other hand, has been training in Korea with the Korean Zombie and his wife, who actually beat them both on a punch machine test, no joke. If Holloway wins on July 19th, he'll likely try to make a run for the lightweight title. But Dustin, he's made it clear this is his last fight. He's planning to retire no matter what fans want. Let's talk about UFC 318. It's official, and the backlash has been nasty. Fans are not happy with the full card. Sure, Poirier versus Holloway 3 is a huge main event, but the rest of the lineup, let's just say, it's underwhelming. Co-main is Marvin Vettori versus Brendan Allen. After that, a bunch of names that don't exactly scream blockbuster. And don't even get us started on the ticket prices. $700, 0 cents for one seat? Seriously? MMA fans have been letting it rip online. Here's what some of them said. Thanks UFC for watering down the product just to hold more events. 2 good fights, $700, 0 cents tickets. This is straight garbage. They're sending Dustin out on a trash card. He deserves better. This feels like a fight night card. One retirement fight and that's it. Some even said, I wouldn't even watch this if it was streamed for free, and to be honest, they've got a point. Only 1 or 2 fights are catching attention. The main event and maybe Kyler vs. Oliveira. The rest, meh. Let's shift to UFC updates. We've got some fresh news for the June 28th International Fight Week card. Terrence McKinney just announced he's fighting Slava Claus, real name Vyacheslav Borshev, in a lightweight clash. McKinney's coming off a big win and is looking to keep the streak going. Slava, on the other hand, is looking for redemption after losing to Tom Nolan. To hype the fight, McKinney dropped a funny skit on Instagram.
What's that?
What's up, my suit?
Ho, ho, ho! Santa? What you doing, man? Come in.
Terrence, okay. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, man.
We have one lethal good boy still on the good list to take down the one naughty Santa, Slava Claus.
Alright, let's get it, man. What
Are you up to the challenge?
I think so.
UFC Fight 317.
Yes, sir.
Take it.
For real, Santa? Consider it done. This is gonna be our 17th confirmed kill.
We're also coming up at UFC 319 on August 16 in Chicago, Tim Elliott versus Kai Asakura. Elliott is making his return after his last fight in December, where he won by submission. Asakura is looking to bounce back after a loss in his UFC debut. And Oban Elliott recently explained why he pulled out of his fight with Ramiz Brahimaj. He shared all the details in a personal video.
What's happening, everybody? So this is the situation with my fight. As I've seen a few different things get said online, and you know, it's been posted everywhere from what I can see. So I think it's best you heard it from me, and I'll tell you exactly what's happened. As you all know, I was scheduled to be fighting May the 31st in Las Vegas against Ramiz Brahimaj, but with the delay of my visa, I'm still going to get the visa. It's all good there, but there's been a delay, so it means I can't get to the United States on time for the fight next Saturday. So thankfully the UFC got me a new date straight away, and they've got me an opponent, which he's also announced this himself. So by all accounts, the fight is on. I'm fighting June the 21st in Baku, Azerbaijan, against Seok Hyun Ko. So there it is.
Oh, and you won't believe this, Nate Diaz wants to come back. Yup, in a recent podcast appearance on HGR, the Stockton legend said he's looking to return to the UFC. Whether the UFC actually wants him back, we'll see.
I plan on going back to UFC.
You do?
If they'll have me, I would like to go back.
Who would you want to, if it was offered? Justin Gaethje, it sounds like?
I'm not fighting at 55 though. But right now I'm not fighting in there because there's nobody to fight really. Kind of slow rolling.
I feel like UFC would bet.
I don't really have a name in mind right now in the UFC. That's why I'm not there right now in West.
The name, the draw, the excitement that you'd bring to it, I feel like it's really lacking in UFC. Everybody's
That's
rushing,
what I'm saying.
everybody's
I would
wrestling.
be there if there was somebody that I wanted to go fight. But
I want to see the rubber match with Conor McGregor.
with time for sure.
So would that be something that would entertain you? Like that? Why not?
Yeah, those are the guys right there who I want to fight. You know, I like Max Holloway. Besides that, I would like to fight the other guy really good too, Tapoya. He doesn't name Tapoya.
Yeah.
So he's really good, but he's smaller than me. So
Yeah.
What? Now let's talk about something that's been worrying a lot of fans: Conor McGregor's health. After months of waiting and endless talk about his return, Dana White just dropped a bombshell. He hasn't spoken to Conor in a while, and it doesn't look like we'll be seeing the Notorious back in the octagon anytime soon. That alone would have been enough to get fans buzzing, but then Chael's son had jumped in and made things even more intense. On Instagram, Chael shared a clip from his YouTube channel. He saw a side-by-side photo of Dana and Conor, and it shook him. According to Chael, McGregor didn't look healthy at all.
Side by side, it was Conor and Dana. I swear to goodness, Conor looked 10 years older than Dana White, and you could see it in the eyes. You could see the booze in the eyelids and the in the eyeballs saying, I want to fight. And then you got a promoter who's the only one with the legal right on the face of the earth to make it so that you can fight. And that promoter standing there saying, we're not even close. I'm not even taking his calls right now. So when you find that happening, but then you find guys jumping up and down in the background saying, pick me, choose me. How far has your career fallen? How far would it have to fall? When you sit at home over social media begging from an opportunity from a guy who looks older than the guy next to him that's got him by a decade and whose eyes are screaming gin and eyelids are screaming.
Well, fans are now wondering what's really going on. Conor's still posting training clips on social media, but people are starting to ask, is that just for show? With Nate Diaz possibly rejoining the UFC, some are hoping that a trilogy fight between Nate and Conor might bring McGregor back. But let's be honest, there are a lot of question marks. Now let's move to a shocking contradiction coming out of UFC's Hall of Fame. Get this, Vitor Belfort is being inducted into the Hall of Fame during International Fight Week next month. And guess who's backing that move?
Michael Bisping.
Yes, Michael Bisping, the guy who literally lost an eye in a fight with Belfort. He's saying that Belfort deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, even though he calls him a massive cheater. In an interview with MMA Junkie, Bisping was brutally honest. When you take all the emotions out, he said, Vitor was heavyweight champ at 19, then light heavyweight champ and middleweight champ. He was almost a 3-division champ. Then Bisping got real. Yeah, he was juiced to the gills. Of course, I lost an eye because of him. He can shove the Hall of Fame up his ass, but he does deserve it. That 2013 fight between them, Vitor knocked Bisping out with a head kick so brutal it detached his retina. Bisping has been blind in his right eye ever since, and he's never hidden his anger. He said again and again that Belfort was abusing TRT and performance enhancers at the time. Still, he's willing to say that Vitor's in-octagon accomplishments can't be denied. Like it or not, Belfort's going in. But nothing compares to what's happening with BJ Penn right now. The MMA legend is in serious trouble and fans are both heartbroken and scared. Over the past few months, BJ's behavior has gotten increasingly strange. He started claiming that his own family had been replaced by government agents. Yes, you read that right. He said that imposters are everywhere. Even accused former UFC fighter Brendan Schaub of being a fake. BJ believes that these imposters want to steal the Penn family fortune, and he's reportedly seeing actors and fakes around every corner. Fans and friends have been begging for someone to intervene. People are deeply worried that CTE, a brain condition caused by repeated head trauma, could be behind all this, and then today, it got worse. BJ Penn was arrested. The charge? Allegedly physically abusing a family or household member. Yes, it's real. He was taken in, but later released after posting $2,000, 0 cents, bail. The footage? BJ lying in bed while police surround him. It's heartbreaking.
What kind of harassment? How can I be under arrest for harassment? This is my house. I just went to go grab the mail.
So I'll explain more to you.
It's not that I want to, I have to. This is kind of weird. I'm not sure what he did. What did he do? What did he do? That's my question.
Can we call an officer that I know that can talk to you guys? John, I don't even have the officer's phone number. Brian Kurahara, somebody.
He'll be at the station.
Why am I being arrested again?
Harassment.
But what did he do?
What kind of harassment? Everybody can say that at any time.
Okay. We'll explain more, but we gotta do that at the station.
Harassment. Okay. What does harassment mean?
It's just a petty misdemeanor offense.
The MMA world is in complete shock. BJ Penn, once one of the greatest fighters to ever step in the cage, is now spiraling in front of everyone. Fighters who once looked up to him are now watching this unfold with sadness, disbelief, and concern. This isn't just a scandal, this is a cry for help. And sadly, it's not an isolated situation anymore. This entire week has felt like the MMA world is teetering on the edge of chaos, with shocking announcements, strange behavior, fights that fans aren't even excited about, and legends fading away before our eyes. So where do we go from here? This isn't just a news cycle. This is a full-blown storm in the MMA world. From legal troubles to legacy breakdowns, it's becoming more emotional and unpredictable by the day. Fans are hurting. Fighters are stressed, legends are being forgotten or mocked, and yet, this is why we keep watching. Because sometimes, right when it seems like everything's about to fall apart, MMA gives us something real, something raw, a knockout that silences the doubters, a comeback that reminds us why we fell in love with this crazy sport in the first place. But for now, everyone's watching and waiting. Will BJ Penn get help? Will Conor fight again? Will Dana White listen to the fans? And will UFC finally realize we're not just here for money fights? We're here for the fighters, the stories, the legacy. Let's just hope the next chapter gives us a little more light and a lot less heartbreak.